My name is Elise Turner, and I'm 30 years old, standing in the ornate recital hall of Willow Creek Academy in Chicago's Hyde Park, on November 10, 2025. The air is warm, scented with polished oak and fresh roses adorning the stage, the plush velvet seats filled with parents murmuring as the lights dim for the school's annual violin recital. I'm here as a volunteer music tutor, my program clutched tight, heart heavy with indignation. My student, Amara Johnson, a 14-year-old with a soulful bow, is about to perform Vivaldi, her talent honed under my guidance. But moments ago, a group of parents, led by Margaret Hayes, sneered at Amara's mother, Naomi, a black single mom, for gifting Amara a worn violin case. "That old thing looks like junk," Margaret whispered loudly, her clique giggling, their eyes dismissive. Naomi's quiet dignity, clutching her purse, masked her pain, but Amara's flinch broke me. They see me as a part-time tutor, unaware I'm a violinist and curator at the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, with ties to Maestro Daniel Ruiz. In my bag, a phone with Ruiz's contact sparks my plan to honor Amara's gift and expose their prejudice. They mocked Naomi's love, but I'll make them see its priceless worth, not for vengeance, but to uplift a family scorned. Let's rewind to where this injustice began. Growing up in Bronzeville was a tapestry of resilience and rhythm. My parents, Mom, a librarian with a gentle smile, and Dad, a jazz bassist with nimble fingers, gave me a vibrant life, public schools, church recitals, and a walk-up apartment humming with Coltrane. I was the music nerd, practicing violin till my fingers ached, my compositions winning local praise. At Willow Creek, where I now volunteer, I was the shy kid whose solos stirred hearts, but bias often dimmed my shine. Amara's grace reminds me of that girl, fierce, gifted, yet facing sneers for her roots. The first slight stung at 12. I composed a violin piece for a school concert, proud of its soulful chords. At a family picnic, I played it, hoping for Dad's nod. He was cheering my cousin's track medal, his eyes elsewhere. A teacher dismissed my piece as too bold, favoring a classical standard. I hid my score, the acre seed, a pattern Margaret's clique now feeds with their elitism. As a teen, I excelled, earning a Juilliard scholarship, but family gatherings sidelined my wins for cousins' sports or grades. At 16, I soloed at a city festival, raising $2,000 for a music program, featured in the Chicago Defender.
At Thanksgiving, my cousin's basketball trophy stole the spotlight, my solo a footnote.
Just fiddle stuff, Elise, Mom teased, her smile warm but distracted. I vowed to prove them, my violin fueling ambition. After Juilliard, I joined the Chicago Symphony in 2021, curating rare instruments, my network including Maestro Ruiz, a violin expert. I kept my role quiet, volunteering at Willow Creek to mentor kids like Amara. Naomi, a nurse I met at church, trusted me with her daughter, unaware of my clout. Margaret's clique, wealthy parents with influence, mocked Naomi's violin case, Amara's birthday gift, ignoring her sacrifice. Their giggles tonight, as Amara tuned, were a racist jab. This recital, Amara's moment, is my turning point. I arrive at 6 p.m., the hall aglow with anticipation. Margaret, in a pearl necklace, whispers with her group, their laughter sharp, Naomi's eyes downcast. Amara, in a blue dress, looks to me, her bow trembling. I nod, my phone holding Ruiz's number, a spark to light their path. They scorned Naomi's gift, but as a curator, I'll reveal its truth, proving their worth. November 11, 2025, dawns with a crisp autumn chill in Chicago's Hyde Park, the golden leaves swirling outside my Bronzeville apartment, its cozy living room a haven of sheet music, a laptop, and a steaming mug of chamomile tea. Last night's violin recital at Willow Creek Academy, where my student Amara Johnson played Vivaldi with soulful grace, was marred by Margaret Hayes and her clique's cruel mockery of Amara's mother, Naomi, for gifting a worn violin case they called junk. Their racist sneers, aimed at Naomi's sacrifice, stung Amara, fueling my resolve. They see me, Elise Turner, as a volunteer music tutor, unaware I'm a violinist and curator at the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, with ties to Maestro Daniel Ruiz. Today, clutching my phone with Ruiz's contact, I plan to have him appraise Amara's violin, exposing Margaret's prejudice and honoring Naomi's gift. Their scorn wounded a family, but I'm set to make Amara's violin shine, not for revenge, but to affirm their worth. The past 12 hours have been a storm of anger and strategy. After Margaret's giggles and Amara's flinch, I comforted Naomi backstage, her quiet strength a mirror to my own sidelined youth in Bronzeville, where my plays were dismissed as too bold. As a curator with access to rare instruments, I know Amara's violin case, aged but sturdy, hints at value, possibly a vintage piece. My plan is to contact Ruiz, a violin expert, to appraise it, but time is tight. He's in town only until tomorrow. Margaret's influence looms. She emailed parents post-recital, claiming my tutoring disrupts the program, her bias clear. My phone buzzes with Naomi's text, Amara's shaken, Elise. What's next? I reply, lunch, 1 p.m., Soul Vegan. I've got a plan. Her response, you're our hope. Let's do this. At 10 a.m., I review Chicago Symphony records, my laptop open to instrument archives, confirming Ruiz's expertise with rare violins like Amati or Guarneri. A knock interrupts. Lena, my assistant curator, her tablet showing recital feedback, her voice urgent. Parents loved Amara, but Margaret's email calls you overzealous, pushing the school board to review your role. Move fast. My jaw tightens. Margaret's clique a growing threat, their junk jab a barrier to Amara's shine. Prep Ruiz's contact, I say, handing Lena his number.
Il handle Margaret.
Lena nods, her eyes wary, my plan a high-stakes gamble. At 1 p.m., I walk to Soul Vegan, a Hyde Park gem with wooden tables, the aroma of jerk tofu and cornbread warming the air. Naomi's at a booth, her nurse's scrubs faded, her eyes tired but resolute, a smoothie steaming. Amara's hurt, she says, breaking cornbread, her voice low. Margaret's crowd made her feel small. Your play. I outline my strategy, email Ruiz to appraise Amara's violin, reveal its value at a school board meeting next week, and confront Margaret's bias with parent support. Go big, Naomi urges, her gaze fierce. They mocked my gift, show it's priceless. I recall Margaret's recital sneer, her prejudice now a public fight. Phones locked, I say, my voice firm. Ruiz will see the truth. Naomi's grin sparks, you're Amara's light, Elise. Back at my apartment, I draft an email to Ruiz, my fingers pausing, Margaret's words a splinter. The appraisal, set for November 17th at the Symphony, is Amara's chance.
I text Recital parents, Amaras Violin mai birare.
Support us, board meeting, November 18th. Naomi replies, we're in. Margaret's email looms, but my phone holds my power. She scorned Naomi's gift, but I'll prove its worth, lifting Amara's star against their prejudice. November 18, 2025, is a chilly evening in Chicago's Hyde Park, the Willow Creek Academy's oak-paneled library, a tense stage for a school board meeting, its long tables packed with parents under the glow of brass lamps. I'm Elise Turner, a 30-year-old violinist and curator at the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, standing at the podium, heart racing but voice steady, clutching a report from Maestro Daniel Ruiz. Last night's violin recital, where my student Amara Johnson played Vivaldi, was tainted by Margaret Hayes and her clique mocking Naomi Johnson, Amara's black mother, for gifting a junk violin case. Yesterday, Ruiz appraised Amara's violin at the Symphony, confirming it's a rare 18th-century Amati worth $500,000, a treasure Naomi unknowingly found at an estate sale. Their racism, a wound echoing my Bronzeville youth, fuels my fight. They see me as a music tutor, unaware of my symphony role and Ruiz's clout. Tonight, with Naomi and Amara beside me, I'm ready to reveal the violin's truth and confront Margaret's prejudice at this meeting, not for vengeance, but to uplift a family scorned. The past week has been a high-stakes sprint. After Margaret sneers, I emailed Ruiz, leveraging my symphony role to arrange the appraisal. His confirmation, a 1760 Amati pristine, stunned us, but Margaret's influence grew. Her email to parents, calling my tutoring disruptive, pushed the board to review my role, her clique spreading whispers of inappropriate advocacy. My $200,000 Rise Stage LLC revenue funds my plan, but time is tight, the board votes tonight. My phone buzzes with Naomi's text, Amara's nervous, Elise.
Boardstug, Margaret's hier.
Plan. I reply, library, 7 p.m. We'll shine. Her response, you're our strength. Let's go. At 4 p.m., I met Ruiz at the symphony, his grey suit crisp, his eyes wide as he tested Amara's violin, its rich tone filling the hall. "This is extraordinary," he said, handing me the appraisal report. $500,000, authenticated. Lena, my assistant, texted, "Margaret's rallying parents, saying you're pushing agendas. Boards split, some back you. Prep hard." My jaw tightens, Margaret's bias a growing threat, her junk jab a barrier to Amara's triumph. At 7 p.m., the library buzzes, parents murmuring, board members at a raised table. Naomi and Amara sit behind me, Naomi's nurse scrubs neat, Amara's blue dress crisp, their eyes hopeful. Margaret, in a pearl necklace, whispers to her clique, her smile smug. I step forward, voice clear. Amara's violin, mocked as junk by some, was appraised by Maestro Daniel Ruiz as a 1760 Amati, worth $500,000. I hold up the report, parents gasping, some clapping, Naomi's hand on Amara's, Margaret's face paling. Naomi's gift is priceless, yet faced prejudice here. I urge the board to address this bias. Board chair Ms. Patel nods, jotting notes. Margaret stands, voice sharp, "This is a stunt, Elise. Your appraisal is hype, you're stirring trouble, not teaching."
Parents, she's overstepping.
Her clique nods, a board member frowning, parents murmuring. Margaret's influence, echoing my too bold youth, stings, but I'm ready, Lena passing me parent letters. "These letters support Amara," I say, projecting emails, 10 parents praising her talent, decrying bias. Ruiz's report is verified, check the symphony. Parents applaud, Naomi smiling, Amara's eyes bright. Patel calls for a vote, review bias claims.
6 of 9 Reise Hans, Margaret glaring, Herr Clique silent.
The vote passes, an investigation launched, Margaret's sway cracking. Naomi hugs me, "You gave Amara pride." I recall my dismissed plays, now fueling this fight. My phone holds Ruiz's report, Amara's future gleaming. Margaret's scorn looms, but the board's decision and the violin's truth light our path, ready to silence her prejudice. November 25, 2025, is a radiant autumn evening in Chicago's Hyde Park, the Willow Creek Academy's recital hall transformed into a vibrant celebration, its oak stage adorned with lilies and a banner proclaiming Amara Johnson, violin virtuoso. Last week's school board meeting, where I, Elise Turner, revealed Maestro Daniel Ruiz's appraisal of Amara Johnson's violin as a 1760 Amati worth $500,000, shifted the tide. My speech, backed by parent letters, led to a 6-3 vote to investigate Margaret Hayes's racist mockery of Naomi Johnson, Amara's black mother, for gifting the junk violin case at Amara's recital. Today, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra announced a scholarship for Amara, cementing her triumph over Margaret's "that old thing looks like junk," and cliques giggles. As a 30-year-old violinist and curator at the symphony, I orchestrated the appraisal, my phone's contact with Ruiz sparking justice. Now, with Naomi and Amara glowing, I'm ready to celebrate their victory, affirm their worth, and close this chapter, not for revenge, but to forge a musical legacy against prejudice. The past week has been a whirlwind of triumph and healing. After Margaret's sneers and her email accusing my tutoring of disruption, I rallied parents, leveraging my symphony role to amplify Ruiz's $500,000 appraisal. The board's investigation found Margaret's actions biased, recommending sensitivity training, her clique's influence fading. My $200,000 Rise Stage LLC revenue funded the celebration, but Margaret's defiance lingered. She posted online, calling the appraisal exaggerated. My phone buzzes with Naomi's text, "Amara's soaring, Elise. Celebration tonight." I reply, 7 p.m., Recital Hall. "Let's honor you both." Her response, "You're our hero. Shine on." At noon, I met Lena at the symphony, its marble halls echoing with rehearsal notes, her tablet open to scholarship details. Amara's fund is set, $50,000 for lessons, endorsed by Ruiz. Lena's voice is excited, Margaret's post got backlash, "Parents are with you.
She's quit now."
My jaw relaxes, Margaret's prejudice a waning shadow, her junk jab powerless. "Send invites," I say, handing Lena the guest list. "I'll handle the board." Lena nods, her grin fierce, "I'll plan a beacon." At 3 p.m., I visit Amora and Naomi at their Hyde Park apartment, its cozy living room filled with Naomi's nursing books and Amora's music sheets. Amora, in a blue sweater, hugs her violin, eyes bright. Naomi, in scrubs, smiles, "You gave us pride, Elise." I share the scholarship news, Amora gasping, Naomi's eyes wet. My notebook, once holding Ruiz's contact, now lists parent allies, Margaret's scorn buried. The Chicago Defender headline, Hyde Park Girls' Rare Violin Stuns spreads, parents texting support. At 7 p.m., the recital hall pulses, tables laden with soul food, jerk chicken, cornbread, music swelling, kids laughing. Amora performs a solo, her amoti's tone rich, parents cheering, Naomi beaming. I speak, voice clear, Naomi's gift, mocked as junk, is a $500,000 amoti. Amora's talent shines despite bias.
Let's lift a Wehr child. The crowd roars, Malik nodding, Lena filming.
Margaret, absent, faces board sanctions, her clique silent, a memo mandating diversity training her only echo. Naomi hugs me, "You restored us, Elise."
I recall my Bronzeville slides, my Tobold piece, now feeling Amaras Reis. Notebooks open, Isai, smiling.
More kids need this. By December 1st, Margaret apologizes publicly, her influence gone, a new board policy promoting equity. Amora studies with symphony mentors, Naomi attends recitals proudly, Rise stages $250,000 season thriving. I stand on the stage, phone in hand, my legacy not just $250,000, but a family lifted, a community united, a rare violin's truth shining beyond prejudice's shadow. Thank you for joining this journey. Share your stories of justice and triumph below, and if this tale resonated, give it a thumbs up. Harmony rises from scorn's ashes.